Let's journey together through a story to bring you peaceful dreams. Jasmine and the Winter Spirit. This story is about Jasmine, a kind-hearted girl who meets the winter spirit Camellia and learns the importance of sharing warmth and kindness during the cold winter months. Once upon a time, in a quiet village nestled in a valley surrounded by snow-covered mountains, there lived a young girl named Jasmine. Jasmine was known for her kind heart and gentle spirit. Her favorite time of the year was winter, not because of the cold or the snow, but because of the magic it brought along. One chilly evening, Jasmine was returning home after helping her elderly neighbor chop wood. She was carrying a basket full of fresh bread she had received as a thank you. As she walked along the snow-covered path, she heard a soft, melody whisper. Intrigued, she followed the sound until she reached the edge of the forest, where a soft glow illuminated the trees. There, amidst the sparkling snowflakes, was the winter spirit, Camellia. Camellia was a being of pure light and warmth, her presence bringing a comforting glow despite the cold surrounding them. Jasmine was awestruck by her beauty and the calmness she exuded. "Hello, young one," Camellia greeted with a voice like a gentle wind. "I am Camellia, the winter spirit. Why do you wander these woods alone?" Jasmine, still mesmerized, replied, "I was drawn by your light. It's beautiful and inviting. What are you doing here?" Camellia smiled warmly. "I am here to ensure the balance of winter's magic and to remind humans of the importance of sharing warmth and kindness, especially in these cold months." Jasmine's eyes sparkled with curiosity. "How can I help?" Camellia gently touched Jasmine's cheek, leaving a warm tingling sensation. "Find what you have, be it kindness, warmth, or even something as simple as fresh bread. The little stacks of kindness can kindle the brightest flames of warmth." Jasmine nodded earnestly. Over the next few days, Jasmine took Camellia's words to heart. She shared her bread with children playing in the snow, helped shovel driveways, and invited lonely neighbors over for warm soup and stories by the fireplace. As she continued to spread warmth and kindness, the village seemed to glow more brightly with each passing day. The villagers became closer, more caring, helping one another through the harsh winter. Camellia watched from the edge of the woods, her heart filled with joy as she saw the effect of Jasmine's sharing. One evening, as Jasmine was about to fall asleep, a gentle breeze carried Camellia's voice to her. "Thank you, Jasmine. Your heart has brought warmth to many, and the magic of sharing will continue to glow in this village." Jasmine smiled softly and whispered, "Thank you, Camellia, for showing me the true magic of winter." And with that, Jasmine drifted into a peaceful sleep, dreaming of the light and warmth she had spread across her village. And so, every winter, the village remembered Jasmine and the winter spirit. They celebrated the season by sharing with one another, kindling warmth in their hearts, and keeping the magic of winter alive. The next story awaits, calm and kind. Yuri and Sedge, Embrace of Friendship. This story is about a girl named Yuri and a mouse named Sedge, whose friendship teaches that true bonds transcend boundaries and flourish with kindness. In a quiet village nestled between rolling hills and emerald forests, there lived a kind-hearted girl named Yuri and a curious little mouse named Sedge. Yuri often spent her evenings wandering the picturesque meadows, gathering wildflowers and humming to herself. Sedge, meanwhile, loved to follow her from a distance, intrigued by her gentleness and warmth. One golden autumn evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Yuri came across a small burrow hidden under a bush. She knelt down and peered inside, her eyes meeting Sedge for the first time. Fearful yet curious, Sedge hesitated before scurrying out to greet her. Yuri smiled gently and extended her hand, inviting the tiny mouse to embrace her finger. Their bond was instant and unspoken. From that day on, Yuri and Sedge became inseparable companions. Each evening, Yuri would leave a small piece of cheese by the burrow, and Sedge would squeak in gratitude before scampering alongside her through the whispering grass. They shared many secrets and dreams under the twinkling stars, each whispering their hopes for the future. Yuri taught Sedge the names of all the flowers, and Sedge showed Yuri the hidden wonders of the woodland. One chilly winter night, as snow blanketed the village and the biting wind howled through the trees, Yuri couldn't find Sedge. She searched the forest tirelessly, calling out for her tiny friend. Just when despair began to cloud her heart, she heard a faint squeak from beneath a snow-laden branch. Yuri hurried over, brushing aside the snow to reveal a shivering Sedge trapped beneath. Without hesitation, she scooped him up and cradled him close to her heart, her warmth enveloping the trembling mouse. She whispered comforting words as she carried him home, determined to keep him safe. By the fireside, Yuri prepared a cozy nest for Sedge, tucking him in with the softest wool. Each day she stayed by his side, nursing him back to health, their embrace growing stronger with every passing moment. When spring arrived, bringing sunlight and blossoms, Sedge was fully recovered. He danced across the fields with Yuri, their hearts entwined in an unbreakable bond. The entire village marveled at the sight of the girl and her mouse, whose friendship epitomized pure love and compassion. Yuri and Sedge's tale became a cherished story, teaching everyone that true friendship transcends boundaries and grows when nurtured with kindness and understanding. Their embrace, born out of a moment of chance, blossomed into a lifelong journey of unwavering support and shared joy. Let's continue with another peaceful journey. Crocus and Amaryllis, the magic of sharing. This story is about Crocus and Amaryllis, who teach their village the value of sharing and collaboration, transforming it into a paradise. Once upon a time, in a village nestled between emerald hills and a shimmering stream, lived a kind-hearted young man named Crocus. Crocus had a passion for growing flowers, and his garden was the most beautiful in the village. One day, as Crocus was tending to his flowers, he noticed something unusual. A radiant glow emanated from his garden's edge. Furious, he followed the light and found a small dragon wrapped in vibrant sails of crimson and gold. The dragon, Amaryllis, had an injured wing and looked at Crocus with pleading eyes. Crocus instantly felt a surge of compassion. He gently carried Amaryllis to his cozy cottage and tended to her wounds. Days turned into weeks as Crocus and Amaryllis formed a bond of trust and friendship. Amaryllis shared tales of faraway lands and mystical creatures, and Crocus shared stories of village life and the beauty of nature. One sunny morning, Amaryllis offered Crocus a shimmering gemstone from her hidden treasure as a token of gratitude. However, Crocus declined, and instead asked Amaryllis to teach him the magic of the dragons. Amaryllis agreed and began teaching Crocus the art of controlling the elements. In return, Crocus shared his knowledge of gardening and plant life. Together, they transformed the village into a paradise of blooming flowers and lush greenery. Word of their magical gardens spread far and wide, and soon people from neighboring villages came to marvel at the beauty and learn the secrets of their success. Crocus and Amaryllis taught others the value of sharing and working together. They showed that by combining their unique gifts they could create something extraordinary. The village flourished, and the bond between Crocus and Amaryllis grew stronger. And so Crocus and Amaryllis lived happily, their lives intertwined in a perfect harmony of nature and magic. They proved that sharing is one of the most beautiful and powerful magics in the world. Now, let's move softly into our next tale. Vinka and Gloxinia's Seasonal Adventures. This story is about Vinka and her hamster Gloxinia, enjoying the beauty and joys of the changing seasons together. Once upon a time, in a cozy little town surrounded by lush forests and sparkling rivers, lived a kind-hearted girl named Vinka and her curious hamster, Gloxinia. Vinka loved the changing seasons and all the different joys each one brought, and she would always share these wonders with Gloxinia. During spring, the first rays of sunshine melted the snow, uncovering a world of fresh blossoms and new life. Vinka and Gloxinia would go for long walks, taking in the fragrant blooms of cherry blossoms and the vibrant greens of the grass. Gloxinia was particularly fond of the tiny dandelions that dotted their path, and Vinka would gently pick one and let Gloxinia sniff its delicate petals. Spring was a time of awakening and discovery. It brought warmth and endless days of fun. Vinka would set up a small pool in their backyard, where they would splash and play. Gloxinia loved the little sunflower garden that Vinka had planted. Gloxinia enjoyed climbing the small stalks and pretending to be the tallest hamster in the world. On hot afternoons, they would rest under the shade of the big oak tree, where Vinka would read stories to Gloxinia. Summer was a season of laughter and sunshine, full-light with a crisp chill in the air and a riot of colors as the leaves changed from green to shades of red, orange, and yellow. Vinka and Gloxinia enjoyed this colorful transformation together. They would collect fallen leaves and create artful cartways on the ground. Gloxinia loved burrowing into the piles of leaves, popping its head out, and making Vinka giggle with joy. The fall was a time of creativity and coziness. The winter wrapped the town in a blanket of snow, turning it into a magical wonderland. Vinka and Gloxinia took short, brisk walks in the crisp air, leaving a trail of footprints behind them. Gloxinia wore a tiny scarf that Vinka had knitted, keeping the little hamster warm. In the evenings, they would sit by the fireplace, Vinka sipping hot cocoa and Gloxinia nibbling on sunflower seeds. It was a season of warmth and togetherness. Through each season, Vinka and Gloxinia found happiness in the small moments and the beauty around them. They cherished their time together and the connection they shared with nature. The story of their seasonal adventures is a reminder that every moment can be magical when shared with someone you love. Thank you for listening. Sleep peacefully.